Hello and welcome back. I'm Bebo Joe, and this is Captain of Industry, a game that's been out for a very long time. It's been with the channel since its beginning. It's just a little bit younger than the channel itself, and it's a wonderful game. If you've never played it before, that has by far the best terraforming integrated into a game. There's no other game that does it exactly like this, and I know I'm talking about that a lot, but thanks for the 10 that decided to come out tonight. I know it's a random time to stream, but I just felt like I wanted to play this. And the choices were either I play it by myself without you guys, or we can play together. You can tell me what I'm doing wrong, I can tell you what I'm doing right, and then we agree to disagree in the middle of that. Or we just have a little bit of fun and play a wonderful game together. Just tonight, Monday night, 4/14 at 9:11 p.m. at my place. Expect this to be like 60 to 90 minutes. No idea how far we're gonna get. As you can see, the game is still in early access technically, and we'll just have to see how things play out and what we can do with this and what all the things, you know. I think the sound, hopefully, well, the sound may be a little too loud. Let's play with that. Master volume, maybe set this to 80. Is that better? That's a little better. Let me know if it's too loud anywhere. But Tom, how's it going? Good to see you. So what are we gonna do? I have not played in so long. I just looked. The last time I played was in 2023. So a lot has changed. There was a super long patch note. Is it even on here? Probably down here somewhere. Report issue suggestion patch notes. Yeah. I think I was on here. I was in the 0.4 version somewhere, and a lot of stuff got added. And I'm not going to read all of it. It's not how I play. I just want to have fun, see how this goes, and go from there. It was this or Transport Fever 2 continuation, and I would like to continue that, but not yet. Which island are we going to play? New Haven. I'm pretty sure I played this now 20 times. Armageddon, cool crater in the middle. There are a couple different starting positions with different difficulties, obviously, and that's good. Supporter edition map. The crater looks cute. Difficulty insane or difficulty medium. It looks interesting, but maybe this is a better map. I kind of like the Insula Mortis, because I kind of just like it. It looks bigger than all the other ones. I don't even know where starting position 2 is. Starting position 3 is obviously all the way out there. But yeah, I feel like this one is not bad. You shall not pass. Sure, there's a lot of rock that has to be taken care of. The Golden Peak looks pretty basic. No, the Insula Mortis is what I'm gonna do. I think are the resources very different. 450,000. I don't think we have to worry about the resources by the end of the day. Thank you, Tom. I am doing good as well. Mirror Knight, how's it going? Yes, the 7 or 8 seasons that I failed before just always keep me coming back, and it's just a really good game. Can't really say anything else about that. Again, I haven't played in like 2 years, so we're gonna go with normal difficulties. It felt like all of this is something that I want. I don't want the challenge yet. And then casual, no, we do want power in our thingies, and then infinite world mines, and maybe that's a thing that I could do, but no, I think we're okay with this. Resourceful Sorge. I don't even know. Click this button a couple times, and we are IUVYNPO2DHXN, just in case someone watches this later and wants to know what the key was. Hopefully that was enough time to get started on this. So let's see. Yeah, Mero, I did see something on their Twitter feed and on the Discord was going on. I was just like, ooh, yeah, hey, game, you're still here. You're still a thing that I kind of liked. Let's get back to it, because this is a candidate, depending on how this live stream goes, honestly, just a tiny bit, but this is a candidate that could become the next series. I haven't decided what will replace Transport Fever when it does. I think Transport Fever has another 10 or so episodes, and that's 10 weeks. That's like 2.5 months, technically. So there's more stuff to do. I just have to really decide what all those things are going to be. I will be reliant on a little bit of the helpers over here, just because Again, it has been so long, and there are so many details to this game that are all excellent and exciting. The first thing that we should do is just say, hey, these trees, make them go away, turn them into coal for the time being, and I do know that none of these trees are going to stick around, so we may as well get rid of all of them for now, and then when you have time, go over here. It looks like we have a little bit of copper or iron. I don't know what the green stuff was, but we'll get to that once we get to it. So, get you harvesting some trees, please. There's our harvester, and then we're supposed to assign 2 little trucks to make it do something. Cool, easy enough, can do, no problem. The next thing that we need is decide where our initial production is gonna go. And I know that we have a little bit of iron scrap and bricks sitting over here, but once that is gone, that is not going to be our main source of anything anymore. And I think we're just going to expand into this sector for the time being. Do we have any sand? Well, we have a lot of sand sitting out here, so we don't have to worry about sand just yet. So we may as well get started here. Guilherme Polidoro. Sorry, I don't know how to say your first part of the username there, but good to see you. Good to see everyone. 25 people. It's a lot more than I expected. So yeah, let's keep this going. But speaking of keeping this going, let's just build a couple things. We need the coal maker. Did they rename this? Probably. There are our keyboard shortcuts at the bottom right, which is wonderful. Makes it really easy to figure out what you need to do. And I want this relatively close to where we're going to get a lot of coal from, so we may as well do that right here. That is fine, and we can have a couple of our trucks actually starting some production there. Then, this game is an industry builder. The main thing that you need to figure out is, what are the ratios? We can get, in 60 seconds, 7.5 tons of coal. This guy wants to consume 24 tons of something. This is brand new. Iron scrap did not look like this before, but it wants to produce, it wants to take 9 tons of coal in 60 seconds. You see that log that just kind of floated in there. 9 tons of coals to turn into 24 tons of molten iron, and then some exhaust in there. Cool. We can make that happen. There is a smokestack connection right here that we have to get to. But for right now, this is effectively a one-to-one connection and nothing else, which means we can't do this. It would connect right away, but then we have no way to connect to the smokestack that's right next to it. So for now, for today, without any conveyors, because I think we have to research them, we're just going to get one blast furnace out here, not too far away, that a truck can just stand in between them and take care of things. That should be fine. And then, yeah, ooh, this is new. Nice quality of life thing, where we can just click on there and it gives us gives us the connection that we're looking for to build, well, whatever connections we want to build. That's definitely new and nice, and I very much appreciate that. Let's have you come out here for right now. Do you just want to build 2 smokestacks? I think that's not a terrible idea. Okay, well, you're already changing your mind on things, so why not? You can accept 60 units of smoke or CO2 in 60 seconds. This one only produces 6. This one will produce 18. There's no real reason to build one of these besides it costs 10 construction units. Compare that to, well, this is 3, 4, 5. Yes, if we put a couple extra pipes in here, and I'm trying not to block this path. If we put a couple extra pipes in here, oh, actually we can also go E. We can go E up and E up. It doesn't seem to cost any extra materials. So our trucks can actually drive around and do the things that they want to do. Let's just have you come over here for now. Put a smokestack somewhere. Sure. Well, then you have to go up pretty high when you want to put it on this side. Well, if you're going to do this, why don't you just undo all of this? I know I'm already all over the place with what I want to do, but these things matter. This game makes it matter, and I want it to matter. I just have to do the right things at the right time, and then life should be better. Let's go too high all the way out here. Yeah, that feels a lot better. I won't want to connect there because it has a different exit port, and that's fine. Let's get our waste management smokestack. You can probably, let's put you right there for now. and then get this connection in here, and you will just connect right in there, and whatever else we get in there can also get its piping going. Cool. Those things can go in, and I think the metal caster is the last thing that we need, and then we have a general starting setup ready to go for us, which is wonderful. I think I can F is flip around. There you go. I want the exits on the same side. That looks good. And then yeah, this is a very nice quality of life tool. Having it tell you what conveyors you actually can connect to this thing definitely was not a thing. Yeah, molten lava. Trucks don't like to carry that. I'm sure they would. But this makes our life a little easier. So let's let them run around and do things. All of them are like, oh, yeah, I know what to do. Dinkelberg, how's it going? No problem. Your name is Wilhelm, same name. Thank you. Miro, better start using planning mode hotkeys, even though it's not unlocked yet. Interesting. I'll just stick to chimneys directly to the output. Yeah, I mean, certainly a thing, but I don't know. We'll see where I go. Dinkelberg, I usually just build the smokestacks right onto the outpost, so I don't need to deal with the smoke pipes. I get it, 100%. Yep, that's the thing we can do. This one looks like iron scrap is set up correctly. These guys are set up correctly. I'm supposed to, the second metal caster is almost done, and then I suppose I will have to build some food production, which I'm not sure that is newer or older, but we do need a farm to get a little bit of stuff produced. Terrain too high. Terrain, something's in the way. Okay, we can put you right here, but you... Where am I supposed to build you? Like, something's in the way. Okay, so once we have all the trees done, I will just plop it down there. I do wonder... Is there... Please tell me. Please tell me if there is a fertility bonus anywhere on the map, or if I can place a farm pretty much anywhere. It doesn't matter if it's green or brown, and stuff will just grow there forever. Or if there was something that was associated with that. I really don't remember. No idea. But let's produce a little more coal with our little coal harvester right here and see what comes out of that. Cool, we got a little bit of extra fuel, a couple more construction parts and vehicle parts. Like it. Yeah, build on fertile ground. Okay, fertile ground is what I was kind of looking for, because now we can go look here. Terrain grid, sand, iron, copper, gold, crude, groundwater, tree harvesting, mine dumping, terrain grid. None of this is telling me what fertile ground is. Maybe I can see something here. Locked items, skip this goal. No, I don't want to skip it. Definitely don't want to press the X next to it, because I feel like that is something different. Maybe you're telling me something. Soil, water, level. No. Farming. Farm goes placed on mainly feed your people, but crops don't grow for free. They consume water and fertility. Soil, water is replenished. Having external source of water is reliable for farming. Alright, that still doesn't tell me much. I don't think there's a fertility bonus, no, as long as it's on dirt or composite. Okay, the only bonus you get will be from fertilizer. Got it. So I just need this harvester to do its job and get rid of a couple more units over here, so we can put our farm right down somewhere here. Yeah, once those guys are done. We are going triple speed, so this is as fast as we can go. Maybe we'll look at the other parts. Start power production by building diesel generator. Build research lab. Okay. Buildings research lab. I do remember this. I don't think it really mattered where exactly this is. I don't want to block my expansion, but over here seems like a reasonably good place, because there's not going to be, well, you could fill in the water here. True. But over here feels like a reasonably good place to put one of those research labs. So let's put it right there. Power. Diesel generator. It costs a bunch of stuff. It produces a little bit of pollution, I'm assuming is what that means. Air pollution, yes. What is the range of that? I have no idea. And we are, I'm not sure what we need diesel for at this point, but just in case we need it, let's put it not too far away from your thing. We'll see what happens. I don't know if I should put this much closer to this diesel in. Oh, interesting. I thought there would have been a diesel out, but that's fine. And then, yeah, they can do their thing. Oh, we need power for the research lab. Okay, that makes sense. How about... It probably really doesn't matter where I put that. It's not that far away, so it's okay, and I don't want to cancel it anymore. So we'll just let that happen. Mira, I won't let you build if it is not on fertile ground, which are dirt and compost. Got it. A tip I would give you is to drop the trash always on the same spot and go up in layers so later you can pick it up and keep the island clean and beautiful. See, trash is something that I have never played with, so that will be interesting and all that stuff, which is cool. Start new research. Yes. What should we research first? We have vehicles and mining. I know that that one is pretty high up. Maintenance. I always feel like when I click this one early, it would just trigger a lot of maintenance problems, and that was neat. Construction. Build our own construction materials. Feels like a thing that will matter quite a bit. So what do we get here? The assembly one. That takes some iron, some wood, some bricks. We will have all of those to turn construction parts. We could also get some mechanical parts from iron, and then we don't have copper or rubber just yet. Versus this one unlocks a lot of things that lets us build trucks and excavators and pickups, and a tree harvester, a mine control tower, some mining area. We can get some loose storage, which would unlock coal, which feels like is more important than construction material right now. So we're going to do that one first. When you're done with that one, you can do this on the queue. Trading dock. I know this is important relatively early on, so we can get all those things. Like, we can send our ship out and get a couple of things for free. I feel like that's a big thing. And then provide advanced tools for easier planning and management. Copy. Nah. Cut. Eh. Copy settings. Eh. Unity tool. Okay. Pause. Upgrade planning mode. Feels important, but not more important than this guy. So we're just going to put maintenance there. And the beacon gets us more people. And then I think we want fuel, tools, because Unity, this guy, and the beacon for people, which I hope at that point. I'm doing all of this so I don't have to think about it when the first research is done. So there you go. Looks like our harvester is done doing the harvesting thingy, which is wonderful. Let's just organize this. I could totally start with a little bit of terraforming here because that's what I was talking about earlier, but no, I think we're okay for right now. And I don't have excavators yet, so I can't actually do terraforming at this point. Your position is pretty nice now. So a big start. Okay. The game needs to be a series on your channel. There are 8 series of Captain of Industry. Just the most recent one is about 2 years old. So, fun fact. This was the first developer that reached out to me when the channel was relatively new for early access for something. This was the first game that reached out. And it worked out beautifully for me because I think it did really well. The developers actually took out an ad because I showed something in the 2nd or 3rd series of how I explained things that they really liked and that really got to the core of the game. Obviously, the game developed a lot afterwards and I was still playing Workers and Resources, so it kind of didn't mingle that well because I focused more on one than the other. But this stayed on the channel for like a year, on and off, and again, it's a wonderful game. But just a little trivia about the channel and what was going on there was actually really fun. Research construction. That's what you want me to research. Oopsies. Well, construction, you will be number 2 in the queue because that's how important you are for me. Build waste collection attached to the settlement. Designate a dump zone for waste. Okay, let's see. Waste management. Nope. Power production. Nope. Let me... Where's my research? G for research, because why not? Does this one have the... No, that's assembly. Where would I get my waste collection? Settlement waste. That's already on. It has a waste collection, so I'm assuming that it's under settlement. Okay, waste collection sits right here. I don't want to block any of my parts, so we're just going to plop that there, and then we have to designate a zone for dumping. Go here, because I'm not sure. The population generates waste that needs to be collected to maintain healthy conditions in your settlement. Got it? Build a waste collection, attach it to your settlement. It will automatically store waste generated by the settlement's population. Cool. Set up dumping designations. Z, anywhere on the island. Got it. And this looks interesting. It's like a little mount. Your trucks will automatically pick up waste from the waste collection and dump it on the ground. To learn more about dumping, see the dumping tutorial. Okay. And then note that the amount of generated waste in your population produced depends on the amount of supply they get and whether they recycle. Okay. It is not possible to get rid of the general waste entirely, but later on you will be able to research more ways to deal with the waste, like an incinerator. That all makes perfect sense, so I just have to tell you where I want you to bring something. Okay, Z is the general area that I have here, and what we could do is just have 3 like this, and then I kind of want to do what it told me to do, so I want to go to F, which is level ground, make like 3 of these, and then on this side you're gonna go F like that, and rotate the other way, and then you can come up here. So now we're building a little amount of waste. I hope we're far enough away. I did remember what I was clicking there. I hope we're far enough away for this all to happen. Can I... This is just normal waste, that's good. Can I designate what I want to dump here? Because I do know that on dump sites they bring everything. Do I need a mining tower to control what I can dump where? Is that what I'm missing? Let's get our bonus for that thing. Wait for the first harvest of potatoes. Do we have potatoes assigned already? No water. Okay. We can see if we can get a little bit of that. Waiting for water or rain. Harvest now, 10 workers. Fertility is good. There's no crop rotation yet. That was a thing. Apparently not right now. Do we have water available yet? I do remember that water is like one of the late game problems. But I don't know when it actually started. Nope, none of those things. Okay, so I don't have water available yet. We just have to wait for some water to come down. No problem. Research trading dock. So a bunch of researches need to happen, which means we can probably just run forward and let them produce whatever they feel like producing, because our first research is not quite yet done, but it's almost done. So I can read what's going on over here. Rainwater harvester. Rainwater harvester. Okay. Is that this one, huh? Rainwater harvester. So yeah, there's quite some time before I can make rainwater actually happen. Got it. Until you get steam turbine that will produce more power, and then power is the limiter. Thank you. That's right. Power is the limiter, but to produce power you need, well, water and fuel, and blah blah blah. It gets quite complicated and complex really fast, which I very much do appreciate. I think we have unlocked vehicles and mining, so let's see what we can do with that. Storage, loose storage, sure. Let's look at our layer and find our coal. That's crude oil right here, obviously. Then we have some copper ore sitting right there. Oh, is this why this map is not as easy as I wanted it to be? Because I can't see any coal? Oh, wait, there's coal right there. It's not as obvious as I want it to be, but okay. Coal is all the way out here, so what I've done is probably not ideal, but fine. We'll just go out here and get a little bit of coal harvested, because L. Layer, because that's the way that we have to do it here. And you can actually see a little bit of different color in the in the terrain, which is pretty cool. So what we have to do is either dig into this as a coal mine, which is probably smart. That's probably what we should do. That's what I'm going to do here. What do we have? That is wait, that's a dump site. I don't want a dump site. I want mining designation. That's what I wanted. Yellow. Cool. Get you flat. Get you flat on the ground, like so. And then what I think I'm going to do is just designate most of this. And I do love the... by the mining tower. Yeah, got that. I do love the pictures that I sometimes get to see from YouTube where people just have these ginormous mine sites. Not dissimilar to what you saw in the thumbnail, because that's actually how they look. You have to make sure that you have a ramp and all that stuff. And I do think that there's embankments, so you can't go as steep as you possibly can. You actually have to make sure that it's reasonable when you build those things, and it's just exciting. I like it a lot. I don't think I have a choice on what's going on over here. I do need coal to actually happen. Where this tower goes doesn't have a huge impact on anything. I'm just going to get you closer to this mine site because I'm anticipating this to be relatively flat. Like when I dig into this, I don't know how deep I can dig there, but we'll just see how that works. Ore sorting plant. This facility handles sorting of mixed materials loaded onto your trucks by excavators. This is required as trucks can't directly deliver mixed loads to storage units. This is new, and I like that a lot. I like that a ton. That's a huge unit. Oh, this looks so cool. It's such a little thing. And I'm sure it's going to be annoying to deal with all of this, but what I'm assuming is it spits out 4 different conveyors that have different types of material coming out of it. So that one can go there, and then I do need some transport. No, I need some storage. Buildings, storage. There we go. Loose storage. Yes. I can probably at least connect one here, and I'm holding left shift, and one here. The other 2 in the middle, I will just connect with conveyors once I have a chance. I guess I could also just do like one here and one... No, you can't because they overlap. So we're just going to do those 2 for right now. They can just build this and we'll see how it goes. That's cool. And then that's cool and that's new. I appreciate. I approve. Waste ruled or global, no mind controlling necessary, and yes. You'll need ore sorter. Thank you. In the meanwhile, you could use the time to gather wood and build paths over the shallow water. Start building paths up. True. Really wish workers and roads were a mine system close to this game, but well, this game is built around this mine system. This is one of the biggest selling points to this game, because let's be honest, the graphics of the game are sufficient, but they're not out of this world. They're very calculated. Let's put it that way. Okay. The ore sorting plant is also new to me. Ore sorting plant will have a limiter middle to late game. Interesting. I like it. I like that a lot. Okay, you would like probably 2 trucks assigned to you, and you already are in the correct area, so that seems good. Pickup has no compatible excavator 2 times. Thank you, because I haven't built any yet. So let's talk to our buildings, no vehicle depot. Sure, right here. No, don't put it too close to the harbor, because at some point the harbor is actually going to expand with some storages and other things. I don't want to interfere with that if I can avoid it. The first production came through. Well, clicking all the wrong buttons here. First production came through, so that's good. Building assembly will get us the next one, and research trading dock is actually currently happening, so that's all good news. How are we doing on material? We have a bunch of coal sitting there. Beautiful. We have a bunch of potatoes here. We have construction parts that are clearly going down. We have to start producing them. Okay. The smelter can turn iron ore and coal into molten stuff. We have our coal source right here. We only need a little bit of coal. That has to be something we have to consider for what happens here. I think I would love to see this one in action. Do you do anything? Select products to sort. I want coal. Okay. Do you sort anything else? What else can be in here? Does it tell me on a sign? Nope, you're part of the tower, but you have no... There's no excavator here. Can't do anything until that's all done. So you can probably even unassign them if you wanted to. Whatever. Suitable. Is this... This looks like a repair icon, but I'm sure it's an actual, like, construct this thing once we're ready. So we're just gonna get them in there. Okay. Trading... Oh, I remember now what I was doing. I wanted to figure out where our iron ore is. Okay, there's some iron ore sitting right here. Can also be dug up, relatively simple. And this one is the one that we want closer because we need more. We need much more iron than coal to produce the stuff that we have. And I think now we get into the general machines. Assembly 1. Basic products. Oh, yes, of course. And the other one that wants the iron plates. Okay. I think to start, we could just have one sitting down here just so we are at least producing something. This is a little far out of the way, and all of this kind of has to go up here eventually anyways, but I think I will just build a secondary production for the steel plates and just make it a little bigger. With that in mind, what I would like to do... Buildings? Nope, wrong one. Storage. Unit storage. We can store wood here. Excellent. I would like to store a buttload of wood. Just for the time being. So can I put one there and one here? I'm trying to keep them out of the way because I know later on I will regret not having them. Or having them in the way. So let's just do that and start tearing down all the trees in everywhere. Actually start on that side more. Okay, we'll see how this works. I do real... Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. We're gonna take this one down. Wrong button. There we go. We'll take that one down and put one wood storage out here. Just so the trucks don't have to drive as far. Sure, that's fine. Tree harvesting, that one got away. Okay, that's fine. Let's let this run for a little while because I do think we have some time before things go south now. What is your general problem? You're still waiting for an excavator, and I think I just heard a sound. Maybe that meant that I did get an excavator out. How's it going? There's one excavator at least, and the next one is starting to build. And, well, we get to look at this because this is one of the things. I actually can do this. Oh, it's not following it. Really? Can I not follow you? Is there a camera button? Yeah! How to turn off the UI? I know there was a way to turn off the UI. I just gotta find it again. Controls, audio, miscellaneous, VSync, full screen, all of this stuff. Ultra high quality, all that's fine. Disable flashes, camera, vertical controls, game speed, tools, Unity tool, debris, no. Windows shortcuts, world map, tutorials, recipes, statistics, blueprint, transport, captain's office. I think it was like F11. Yes. Didn't find it, but F11 is the trick that we wanted. Now we can just follow this guy and I can read you guys. I really wish, yep, it is what it is. The ore sorting plan is also new. Don't forget to build a popper storage on the output of your farm. Huh. Didn't know that was a thing that I can do this early. But let's see. Transport waste storage. Not this one, but this one does potatoes. Thank you very much. I would have not considered this. If I put you here, you're probably going to be in the way. Probably, because that other axis should be water. So it's going to be worth it. Maybe. We'll just let it happen. It's okay. But let's go look at our excavator. This is what this game is about. It may look silly to you, and I will actually unassign one of the trucks because we're pretty busy out here, and one truck should be enough. And what I'm curious about is what... It's just dirt. You're just filtering out dirt. Let's talk to you. I want coal in here and probably coal in here. And I do want dirt to be disposed somewhere else, probably here, so we can cross this. I think one of you talked about that earlier. So F from this level. No, F, I want you flat. Ah, yeah, this is the flat level. We got to start somewhere, right? Yes, we do. Let's see. I want to go... It really doesn't matter because we also have to go up a little bit. Okay. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to go 0, 0 that way, and then 0, 0, 0 that way. 0, 0, 0 that way. It's a little funny that the game has so many cool features and then you're on a grid. There's no way to avoid the gridness. But that's fine. There's a lot of material that we're going to get rid of. So this should be reasonably good enough for getting the connections that we want. And then F to get our actual connection here. And I do know that this is sand and that we want that at some point too. But that should be fine. Sure. Get started on moving a couple things around here, because all the dirt that this guy has should go... Yeah, you're going to the nearest dump site generally. The game is optimized that way, and you just go, and you're like, okay, there you go. I mean, there you go. And then there's a little bit of dirt that filled in right there, and it's just starting to... Well, level out is the wrong word. That may also be new, that they had to do this much back and forth before they can do any normal... like normal leveling. Oh, I think this tells me how much more coal is available and how much dirt is on top of that. So we're pretty much already in dirt region, and now that guy has to actually drive relatively far to dump its stuff, we will get the second excavator on, not the second excavator, but the second truck on there, and we may as well get the second excavator in there, because why not? Unsorted input reject single product loads. Interesting. Products to sort. That looks good. Your problem is what? You have dirt and coal. Okay. What if... I've probably done this wrong. What if we say this? Get dirt and coal out of... Yeah, now he understands. It's like, okay, one gets dirt and one gets coal. I am hoping that the dirt just gets picked up by the sorting plant, or from the sorting plant, and everything else goes into the storages. I'm assuming that's what's happening there. Maybe. We'll see what happens. How are things over here? You have a bunch of potatoes. Excellent. We have a little bit of wood going in there, and no wood here yet because it's not assigned. Make it better. Okay. And select the recipe and assembly one to produce the construction parts. You got it. There we go. Construction parts. Do we need mechanical parts? That is a good question. We don't have maintenance pieces. I do know that will be a thing here relatively soon, right? There are some mining designations outside mine tower areas. That's fine. I do think I want at least 1 or 2 trucks, and we mostly need vehicle parts and rubber. Can we make vehicle parts? Yes, we need mechanical parts for that. Okay. All right, let's start expanding our iron stuff, because that should be the next round. All right, iron, here we come. We do have 27 workers available, which is good. just because. So let's see here. Iron ore sits right there, pretty much on the level, so we can just go right into this spot. Mining designation. I do like flat, just like that, and you just go into the mountain. It's nice and red already. That should be relatively simple, and you just go as far as the eye can see. That looks good. probably don't need these ones. Maybe that one though. Okay. Then get us our tower. We have buildings, we have control tower, we have you looking that way, please and thank you. Probably have to put you here, and then I'm guessing we also need a sorting facility for them. Otherwise these guys don't know what to do, but again, we need more of this, so I think we're going to try to build another one. We need 80 of these. We only have 18. Ah! Yes. I had a feeling that this is our first bottleneck, because it usually gets us pretty quickly. 22, perfect. So this one has to produce a couple first before we can get a new round, which makes me think, well, which makes me understand this is in the wrong place. It should have been closer to where the iron's going to come from, which is fine. You will also sort iron ore. I would like this one to be emptied out. Export that, import. I don't think I can turn, oh, here. Configures whether trucks can import products off. Configure whether trucks can export product on. So let's just empty this out until this is nice and full. And then we can put iron next to it, and maybe we'll just have iron production sitting up here for the time being. It's not ideal, but I don't want to have I can't afford another separator for right now. Maybe those are good ideas. Maybe those aren't. There you go. Dump it all in. That one's nice and full. This one's empty now. Set you to... oh, there's still 2 units in there. You gotta be kidding me. Click to remove assigned product. The storage is not empty. Those will request trucks to remove all the remaining products. Yes, please. Get all of that out of here. Click on that button. Make it iron ore. Thank you. And then off we go. Cool. That one should just separate it. Okay. Because I know that we need more iron, and we have 38 construction units. That's fun. I think I want to have 1 extra loose storage in front of this. It should just, I hope it just fills up like that. And then we can build a couple more of the next stuff. So we need coal and iron. Okay. At some point, we will have conveyor belts, which obviously is just research, and we're currently researching a beacon. Let's put you there and put you here. If I learned something, it is don't overdo expansion. I understand that, but 60, wow, this is gonna be expensive. How are we doing overall with the wood situation over here? You had to drive all the way down here to get fuel? Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good at all. Research. Where do we get fuel from? Biodiesel, trading dock, maintenance. Maintenance is already done. And you require a maintenance office? Okay, there's a lot of things that you require, actually. Where's the fuel station? Is this? No, brickworks doesn't matter. Beacon doesn't matter. None of those things matter. I think I saw it, but I don't like where it was. There's a fuel station down here. That's really far away. Is there another way to move fuel close to your area? We got 30 units of that one. That's not terrible, but it's not great. Trade dock. Yes. That will be fine. Feels like right here is okay, right? There's nothing wild going on. Alright, we'll just assign it there. Avoid sprawl. Yes, but how? I need the coal from there, and I need the iron from here. Speaking of coal and iron, I think it's now time to get rid of one of you and add that one here and give me 1 truck at least, so stuff can be happening there. And then I will get you a fresh dump site right over here. We are flat. That's good. Stay on the level just until we get over there. Just another dump site that gets us another land bridge, hopefully. One of the excavators should be heading down to the iron side. But this just looks nice. This just looks serious. No research. Okay. No research is not great. Captain's office or copper refinement or ship dock repair or synthetic rubber. None of these strike me as I really need them, so I guess we're going to do ship dock repair next. Copper will probably come in handy. Captain's office, sure, because it has some things that I can do, and then synthetic rubbers last, which also should require a little bit of oil. Interesting. Construction materials. Okay, this is not going to work. Copy this. I would like another construction manufacturer. You cost 25, so it's just going to take some time. Oh, this is cool. It actually tells you what they're currently making. Oh, that's nice. What about over here? It doesn't tell you what recipe because the output is always the same. That makes sense. All right, cool. Good enough. Let's set the construction up here to be a higher priority on the construction level. Is this? No, construction priority. Okay. P1, that's higher, right? It must be. It could be. Who knows? With a tank and a fuel station. Yeah, I'm assuming I can't do that until much later. Blast furnace. You don't have a recipe. I would like you to produce that, and slag comes out here and you just put it into the rocks over there for the time being. That should be okay. You will get the same recipe because I don't want anyone to drive very far. You technically could get iron ore right there. We have a truck sitting here, and you're unsure because you also have rock. You have dirt, rock, and iron ore. Okay. How many things can I separate here? Dirt, rock, and iron ore. Okay. Looks like our outputs can still handle all of this. We have a little bit more coal left over, but we do have to do something with that coal, hopefully relatively soon. We don't have a smokestack yet. And we don't have construction materials, so that's just going to stay there for a little while until we can build something. Our trading dock. Purchase bricks and iron from the village around the world. Load a crew. Not enough maintenance. Go down. Stop. Buildings. Maintenance depot. Yes, I understand that this is gonna bite me so quickly, so early on. I just need to make this work. Where do you want to be? I don't really want you too far away from anything. Let's just put you where I have the other vehicle production line and see what happens, and make you a high priority target. We're already set up over here. We just don't have enough workers right now. Okay, we're -1. That means if we unload the crew, we will actually be okay and can start producing a little more. What else do you need? You need wood, bricks, and construction parts. Okay. How many bricks do we have left? A bunch, but not all that much. Where do I get my bricks from? Brickworks. Okay. So I'm assuming that's metallurgy and smelting. Nope. Generate machine. Brickworks. Yes. You want dirt, coal, water. Don't have water yet. You sure? There's water right here. Okay. Since this is our only source of water, there's a water well sitting right here. This is our only source of water right now. Let's just get a few of these going so we can start collecting this right now. Put one there. You just don't like that there are trees next to you, do you? That's fine. Actually, with that in mind... Oh, with that in mind, it doesn't even matter because we can't afford any of that right now today. So... we'll just build the first one and we'll see how that's going to work out. It's going to take a little while. It's also raining right now, which means we're losing a little bit of that stuff. But this is why this game is... You can play this forever. You can play this for hours. Super slow or super fast or whatever you want to do, but the progression in this game, just looking at the research tree, is humongous. Did they actually finish it? Yes. There are no more placeholders. Last time I played, there were still placeholders. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. Dinkelberg, I hear you. I hear you. I am considering it, but I also know that this game needs a lot of practice. Otherwise, it's just really easy to dig yourself a hole and never get out of it alive. So let's make things happen. What are you missing? You're missing wood. Oh, that's interesting. I thought we had enough wood stored, but I also forgot that we require wood for producing a lot of things that we wanted. Completely forgot about that. So here we are. You look like you would like your waste a little higher. No problem. Dumping. We're just gonna expand this way and this way and this way. And honestly, this way. That should take care of things for the time being. There's a little bit of dirt there, not just waste, but that's okay. Annie! So weird to listen to your voice at normal speed. Usually what's at 1.5. How dare you? No, I get it. When I edit my videos, I usually do double speed too. Makes it a little easier. Well, editing is a wrong description. You would like to be fixed. Okay, lacks maintenance. I think that's fine because the only one that really needs power. Well, no, the machine factories over here need power. So that's not good. Make this one done. Thank you very much. Now it's done. Couple construction parts out there. Our iron production is still okay, but we're not keeping up with the wood anymore. What can we do to get more wood? A tree harvester with machine parts. Here we have everything. We're getting low, but we have everything that could help us produce a little more of that stuff at least. What do machine parts cost? Electronics. And that needs rubber and copper, which we may not even get to today. Okay, that's a little more than I expected. But that's fine. But we do need maintenance produced, which is funny to say, but right here is the thing. So the more maintenance we produce from this thing, the more percentage on maintenance we get, which is very critical. I think we are starting to run out of workers, but our town is not full, is it? Occupants, 92 of 140. 92 of 140. No, we're 140. So 140 is the total size, but we have some room, which means we could just invite more people. And to do that, I think we have the beacon already ready to go and just put it like a little lighthouse back here in the corner. Let them build it, and hopefully that will happen relatively soon. Okay, you guys out here need something to happen because you still don't have iron. Why do you not have iron? There's a little bit of iron sitting right there, but is this just way too far away? Is that our main issue? Assign truck says 1. Give you 4 to get a little more produced. Yeah, there's 9 units sitting there. Nothing was delivered to this guy yet. This is such a cool unit. What is your problem? You cannot do anything because you're mostly coal and a little bit of dirt, but we're already full. I think that's an indicator for we can reduce your workload for the time being. You could say, why don't you just build another storage, because it costs 30 units of something that I absolutely don't have. So don't do it. What was the cost? Oh, crude oil. Looks like we have this one happening now. There is some oil that we can build out here. Okay. This is... I do have some oil here that I can definitely pump out. And I should pump out relatively soon. But this costs 30 units of construction material, which we don't have. We can get a few units of construction materials from trading. That will be good. To do trading, we need a couple more people, and a couple more people also mean we need more food, which this one seems to be doing okay, especially if we get some water in every once in a while. What is your problem? You are waiting for a wood truck. Perfect. Aren't you going to go there? Hmm. Are you gonna go there? Nobody's gonna go there. Got it. No wood here. No surprise. But at least you're doing what you're supposed to do. But our trucks are very busy. Okay. Okay. Which means everything takes longer. No surprises there. We should produce a little bit of this, but now we're starting to run out of the vehicle parts. Rubber, we have a little bit extra, but vehicle parts, we're going low. Okay, so we have to start thinking about producing some of these, but we need electronics for that, which means we need all those things. So that may be the last vehicle that I can build for right now. Interesting. Very interesting. Trade with a village. Can I do this without having my group out? We need to explore this. We need to explore this and explore this and explore this. I can trade with you right away. Interesting. I can get a loan. Products to lend. Ship orders. Adopt 10 population for 2.5 unity. We have some unity. It's also increasing. Getting 10 more people for right now actually helps us a lot. What can I donate? I definitely cannot donate that. We could try to trade stuff, but we cannot trade for construction materials. Okay, we can trade for some bricks. I cannot trade for electronics either. I can trade for fuel, though. That's nice, but that's also costing unity. Okay, fuel was still good. Copper was still good. Rubber were still good. Yes. Okay, so we have some copper in store already, and we have some rubber in store. I am actually realizing that we can totally start producing some of this for right now if you feel like it. That would be good. Just get a couple electronic parts in and then produce some of these while you're at it. 63 units of construction materials. That is going in the right direction. Let's get a couple things organized up here because now I think we can. Okay. First, let's get a smokestack. Where are you? Under waste. Thank you. Smokestack. Very good. Terrain too low. No, I don't want to raise you. I want to rotate you. There you go. Probably... I don't remember all of the things. I just don't. But I want all of them to be our molten lava thing. So metal casters would go out here. And then, yeah, this one is fine, I think. So there's the first one. Nope. Press the wrong button. Hold on. Metal caster. R. No. F. F is flip. No, flip the other way. I need... What was F? There we go. It was flipping the right way. You just didn't see it right. Alright, fine. Then this one would go on... Oh, I'm holding Shift and F, and that didn't work the way that I wanted it to work, so that makes perfect sense. Okay. We should be able to get 4 in here once they get built. Just to have some faster production. Molten channel, this is the important one. None of these are aligned. Good job. Proud of you. Sure, you can go there, and then I just need you to go to all of these because they are going to need you to produce, and then you would go in there. Cool. So now they're all connected. Great. So far, so good. Now, the steam. Yes. Waste management, smokestack. Go somewhere here, and honestly, if you just want to go right in the middle here, you're not going to be in the way of anything. I don't hate it. Transport, pipe. Obviously, one has to go there. And then one would go right in there. They changed that. That was much different before, but you're also going kind of around. Interesting, but as long as it's working, who cares? So that should start producing the stuff that we need. Still have a little bit of iron sitting here, but not a lot of coal. We don't have to produce more coal. There's no real reason right now to have more coal coming in, so let's leave that alone. Daryl got to mine enough coal to transition from the kiln to diesel and rubber. Okay, diesel and rubber. It's a good point because that means I should start researching some of that stuff. Beacon is working. We have power coming in, so we should be expecting... We are full. Okay, turn you off. We have 145 people in 140 spaces, so that's not super helpful. Let's get some more housing organized, and this one is too close. Yep, I have to move that farm already, because, yeah, this is in the way. Okay, farm, you're probably going to go over there. All right, this one can stay here, though. It's half full of food, which is good. So how do I demolish you? Probably with a demolish icon. None of these. Okay, the demolish icon is right here. Got it. Go away. And then rebuild somewhere out here. Yes. That flip you around. There you go. That's what I wanted. Have the entrance right there. Tree harvester has no truck assigned. That's interesting. Not enough housing, settlement overcrowded. I'm working on that. Okay. Construction materials, 15. It goes so fast. You just run out of it all the time. I like it. What do you guys want to talk about? I think we are in a wait a little bit phase because of what stuff is going on here. And obviously that excavator was a little distracted while you're just digging up dirt now. That is not super helpful. Looks like they're filling in that just fine. Not a lot to fill in right here. And these guys are also going to produce a bunch of slag, which is fine. And over here we're just producing iron. Okay, that's good. We still need more. We need more wood, which means we need more wood harvesting, which means we're just missing out on a lot of things. So you're producing what you're supposed to produce. I guess we can just turn on that one as well and see what happens. We got some electrical components from construction, more electrical construction and vehicle parts. That's nice. And now purchase bricks or iron bricks for iron from the village. Population growth, great. Free parts, excellent. I like free parts. Bricks for iron, like this. Okay. Is that all I needed? Yes, I get more bricks for free. Great. Dump slag. Designate a dumping zone for slag. How do I do just slag then? There's dump. You drag it out. You make it look like this. You click that button. Okay, that's all fine. This looks cute. What can be dumped? Okay, there are many products that can be dumped. If you are curious if a product can be dumped, open the recipe screen F1 by clicking the icons on the bottom right, navigate to product, check if dumping is an option for consumption. Global dumping filters. Global dump filters choose what products can be dumped in a designated area across the island by default. For example, if you want dirt and rock used as dumping materials, you could remove any other products listed besides those two. Mine control, tower, dumping, filter. Okay. Can I? Slag is supposed to go somewhere. I feel like we're gonna dump slag. There we go. It already dumped slag. I didn't have to designate anything because these guys can have anything that they want. Build unit storage and assign it to iron. Iron. Build and assign it to construction parts. Sure. Since it's free, we're just going to do this. It's going to be a while until we need more. Store iron and store construction parts. Okay. It's going to be a little while, but we can certainly do that right now. Also, if you're going to store iron, store it closer to what you're trying to produce here. Otherwise, you're probably just going to cause yourself some pain. Okay. Storage units. Kind of want to put it here, but it doesn't really fit there. Also, there's not going to be that much production over here for iron, so maybe it's okay where it is right now. Trucks are very busy. Okay. you still need more vehicles. So what do you need for vehicles? For this guy, you need vehicle parts, rubber, and fuel. We have a lot. So actually, let's give me like 4 trucks and see if that will relieve our problems. Cool. Some extra wood. That's nice. Build oil pump. Build liquid dump. Build produce diesel and dump wastewater. Okay then, crude oil refining. Let's get started with you. Where is my output? The output is right underneath my mouse. Okay. Doesn't really matter where you start. You just need like a trigger. No deposit, no deposit, no deposit. Now you have a deposit. Turn you around. Nope. Flip you around with F. Then we can get started here. We need a little bit of room in between, and then flip and reverse it and put one here. And technically we can put a lot of these down. I don't remember how many we actually needed, but something like this. We're just gonna do 4 for right now. We're gonna fill them in later on as we have time and space, but this should be fine. You would want to go that way. No, you don't. You need to do it this way. This one goes out. Very good. Then this one connects into there. Very good. Then this one connects into there. This one connects into here. So now we have a bunch of storages. L will tell us where oil is done. You don't want to interfere too much with the oil that exists there. So let's bring it down here, just so we can put more pumps in. This is not infinite. It's only 450,000 K. 450,000 is K. Okay, it's only 450,000 of whatever we can store there, so it's not an infinite storage, so don't be crazy. But this should get us there. Basic distiller takes raw crude and coal out of all things and turns it into some fuel and some waste. Excuse me. Okay, much better. Basic distiller, rubber maker. You're taking fuel and sulfur, or fuel and more coal. Okay, so having a coal storage out here wouldn't be a bad thing. Good idea. I think this recipe definitely changed, but I'm okay with that. If you put this one here, there's no other way to get oil, and you have the correct connections, so you may as well do this. Okay, get you here. Get me a pipe. It looks like we're at least constructing construction materials relatively fast now, which is great. Storage, loose storage. Rotate. Hold on. Rotate. There we go. That one can go here, and this one will just store coal. So that's all available there. Crude oil is already full. Beautiful. And then you spit out a bunch of stuff. Okay, fluid storage. Let's get some fuel. Oh, they can refuel from fuel storages, right? Pretty sure they can. That can go here. Industry-wise, you're producing steam and you're producing no steam. So here it almost feels like I don't need a second chimney, but maybe it will be good to have one anyways. So that's what we're gonna do. Just right here with a quick pipe connection. There we go. Yeah, I was looking for a second if I need to slow down, but I don't think I have to because we're still relatively slow in construction material production. So there's that. But you would go there. Yes, I need to worry about the wastewater, and that goes somewhere in just a minute, but let's finish this production chain. You can make rubber and wastewater. Very good. You are extra big, and you also need coal. So I have to flip you like this, and then F to flip you the other way. And you can also get your own coal storage. I don't think there's anything holding us back from that. Okay. You would go here. Then storage, loose storage would go here. We have enough room to drive around in there too. That means I got lucky. We get fuel in there just for rubber production. And we will store all the rubber out here. Cool. Now that's all connected. Once that's built, again, construction materials will take a little while. We do have a lot of people available. We have 30 workers available, which means I can load this. We have to load fuel. Shipyard needs to be repaired first. Can I go out on the map? Wrong buttons. Let's do this. Can I go explore this? Not enough fuel. Okay, just checking. I didn't remember what the reasoning behind all of that was, but there you go. We got some trucks. Trucks are stable. We're getting a lot of unity, and all of those things are excellent. Let's get our dumping going. Waste management, liquid dump. I want you relatively far out of the way, I think. So right here's good. Let's start building a pipe connection just all the way out there. It's nighttime? Nice. You. E. At least 2 up. You can be relatively close to that. That's fine. I know it's going to be a little expensive, but it's probably going to be worth it. You can go there. I don't want you to go through the field. Stay there. Come out here and then connect to that thing. Good job. And then here is the other one. You just connect to this guy. Beautiful. Look at that. How much is that going to cost me? Too much, probably. But what are you going to do? What else is going on? Set this to triple speed again, as we usually do. Not enough maintenance. That is perfect. What are you running out of? Nothing, but I can boost you. No, you are running out of things because you don't have mechanical parts. Okay. How can I produce more mechanical parts? We have iron, so we may as well produce it with 2 of these for the time being. What's going on over here? You are producing the things. We don't have enough iron. Okay. Okay. There's a little bit of iron sitting here, but apparently not enough to keep you guys fed. Alright. Can I, for the time... Construction material. We just have 12 construction materials, so I can't even assign more of this. What can be dumped here? Sure. No, if I cannot dispose. Sure. Huh. Wondering what I should do next. There are a lot of options, but I think I should really just follow the diesel production and then the brickworks. Build brickworks and connect it to rainwater harvester. Okay. Let's do that because we can. Brickworks. Yes, you want coal and rainwater. Coal would come out here. Rainwater would be nearby. Most of the coal is here. Is it worth it to put this closer to here or closer to an existing coal storage that we already have? I think it's probably not going to be bad to flog you right here. You can't because you put that thing there. Oh, good job. Proud of you. Also, this doesn't actually fit that way that you want it to fit. This is the one that you wanted. It would actually totally fit here. You just have to take the smokestack down. But this could be a good connection. Okay. I don't hate that connection. This one just has to go. So I'll regret this, I'm sure, but this will be fine. Take that one down, that one, and that one for now. Get me a water reservoir. Don't put it in the middle of where all the oil is. Put it somewhere outside of that. Do you actually have mobility? Yes, you do. Okay. Put it closer to... Honestly... Put one there. One there. One here. We're going to connect it to a nice storage. And that'll be good. Why did you build 3 of them? Don't worry about it. Pause on that construction. Pause on this construction for the time being. Actually, no. Pause on this construction. Construct the first one, the one that's closest to everything that you want. And then you should be better off. There you go. Oh, this is the button that you actually wanted. Darn it. Click that button. There you go. Now you're doing it. We could do quick delivery. Trucks will make it as soon as possible. There we go. They're actually building it. You guys are waiting for construction materials, and construction materials. Great. I'm assuming I don't have any extra fuel, diesel sitting anywhere. Perfect. How much diesel do I have in general? I have 200. Sure. You need 100 for that. That's not going to happen. Stop. Keep empty. I would like... Actually, I want to permanently discard diesel stored here. No. I would like to fill you up with diesel. Okay, what do you have to do here? Not that. Oh. Do I have to put a diesel storage right next to you and then it actually gets unloaded into the right thing? Why is this flipped over? Do I have to repair you first, or do I... The shipyard needs to be repaired first. I'm guessing that is the problem. I can't do anything until the shipyard is repaired. Interesting. I don't think I can trade for construction materials. No. I could adopt a couple extra people. We're pretty full right now. We have 10 extras. We don't have enough maintenance as usual, so we're going to have some trucks breaking down relatively soon. That's not good. Produce a little faster for a little while. Just one of them. Just one of them gets the Unity boost, and we'll see if that's going to make a difference. Still don't have enough iron. So these guys are barely ever producing anything. One of those smelters would have been enough. Liquid dump has no recipe selected. Okay. Just dump whatever you want. Wastewater is fine. Sure. Are you actually producing something? Full output because I took the smokestack away. Got it. Crude oil waste. Smokestack. Let's make you go this way instead. Much better. Transport. Yes. Okay, so I wasn't sure about that, but they did go out here to get their fuel. Okay, so let's get a fuel tank somewhere else out here. Where's most of the traffic? It's really just anywhere in this area. So storage, fluid, right here. Terrain too low, terrain too high, terrain just right. Sure. Somewhere in the middle. I think they can still all drive around it, so this should be okay. Get you assigned to that. That looks good. What did I want here? Brickworks. Okay. Brickworks looks like this. Rotate you. Oh, interesting. It actually keeps the rotation that you had before. That's neat. You would go there. Definitely get a unit storage because you can. Then you need a little pipe that goes right there just for one construction unit. And then you want some water. Okay, more storage. And this is where B-Ball Joe just starts spending way too many units of way too many things all the time. And eventually it will come back to bite me. Always does. Always has. You would go here, up, up. Sure. And then maybe one over here and then down there. Okay. Hope that works. You will be water. Thank you. Tree harvesters, no truck assigned. Oh, that's also stupid because there are 2 tree harvesters, but this one has an entourage following it around, and this one does not. That's stupid. So that one was just sitting there for a very, very long time, and nothing was happening. Great. More research that I could do right now. Good idea. Golden construction parts, doesn't really matter. Ramps, blueprints, golden construction parts. Guess you're the winner, and then I would like a fuel station, maybe, potentially, possibly. Conveyor belts. Yes, conveyor belts will be important. All of which will cost a ton of construction materials, so we'll see how that goes. Unity is still going up. That is good news. We're still down on wood. That's bad news. Can we build 1 or 2 more of these? Yes, at least a couple more. I would like to have both tree harvesters having 2 trucks at the same time, so we have enough wood to actually produce the things that we need. But we'll see. Yeah. That'll be fun. it'll be super. What would you like? I want this one as a production, which is just a little bit of extra coal, which means you need to be set to store coal. That looks good. You need to be set to do bricks. Very good. At least the production should be relatively straightforward here once it's all set up. And what else do I need? What else did I need? I have now rubber coming in. I don't have copper coming in yet, but I am full on electronic components, so it doesn't have to produce anything extra. Mechanical components down here are happening. Vehicle parts are happening. Okay, we're not storing this anywhere extra, so once this is full, it should be okay. Okay, mechanical parts, you actually have to go up in priority. Relatively high. Because we need them for maintenance, and currently we still are low on maintenance. We have been low on maintenance for a long time, so we may as well get that one figured out, hopefully. We're down on fuel. Well, fuel you can trade for, so that shouldn't be that bad. Let's see what that other button does. Trade with village. Talk to you, and what was it? Fuel. Yeah, for coal. We'll do some fuel. But click this button. Select a product. What can I loan you? Select a product. Search. Loan pay for each year for a duration of 10 years. You can't borrow less than 100. I can borrow up to... Oh, that's interesting. So I could borrow construction parts up to 240, but to do that, I have to constantly pay more. There's an interest rate, a credit score. Okay, let's say I get 150. Pay 25 each year for 10 years, or pay... What? Oh, I can only borrow 140 in that time. Okay, that's fine. Pay 39 each year. How long is a year? If I borrow that now, we can do a little bit of... That's not bad. I feel pretty okay with this. Let's make this 180. Borrow that, and we'll just see what happens. Got a little bit of debt going on, and now we have all the construction parts here, so we can actually complete a bunch of things. Wastewater was deposited. Great. Assembly is deposited. Great. Brickworks is deposited. Produce 8 bricks. Look at that. Stuff is actually moving forward. This wasn't a thing. This reminds me a little bit of the original Workers and Resources, which didn't have a good... You screwed up, you're just dead in the water. Nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to get done situation. Where it looks like there's now a nice and easy way out of tough situations, which is wonderful, because you don't want to play for 2 hours just to realize, about an hour ago, I should have done something very different. And then life just moves on. That's great. It's great. Are you guys stuck here? Is that what it is? Collect that. Collect this. What are you doing? Navigate, overlay, navigation, overlay. You are stuck there, so lifting that up didn't make any difference, but you can at least go around here, so... Whatever. It's just a blocked little area, and we're full of bricks. Cool. We're out of power. Perfect. Speaking of power, there is no good reason why a diesel generator is not sitting here already. Flip you around, rotate, rotate, rotate. You can go underneath here. That's the wrong place though. Buddy, pay attention. This is fuel. This is the fuel that you want. This is where you want the diesel generator to just directly hook into your main diesel production. Cool. Is that a good idea or a bad idea? Don't know yet, but you may have noticed, probably not because I didn't look at it earlier, but there are indicators here what's what. This is yellow. This was yellow when I was going through there. This is black, and even the pipes themselves have colors. Now, back in the day, that wasn't a thing. I think you barely get to see a little bit of a throughput, but now it gives you a lot more than that, so that's pretty cool. Disable truck import for the new diesel storage. Diesel storage, disable. Money! Yes! Great success. Establish copper ore mine, start mining copper ore. Build a blast furnace with metal caster and smokestack. Build copper electrolysis and connect it to rainwater harvester. Repair the shipyard. Gosh. What do you want? You want more of this. There's 20 more units. Yeah, we spend all of that in no time. That's not really surprising. But maintenance is up to 100%. That's good. You are still producing these pieces, and I actually would like this one to be a little higher now. We don't have enough wood yet still. Give me a couple more of these because we have the vehicle parts. Where are my harvesters? You, sir, deserve a second friend. Where's the other harvester? I know there's a way to do this too. Like you can click on the extra harvesters and it navigates through them, but this should be fine. We are over consuming power every once in a while, which is not ideal, but as long as we're pretty much full here, I don't think it's that big of a deal. You guys are fine. You guys are fine. You're technically could be producing something. Oh, we're out of construction material, of course. Not enough workers. Great. Turn you back on. Invite me just like a handful more workers. You actually have to turn something off before you can. Okay. Do we have people sitting on the ship right now? Yes, we do. All right, unload them. That gets us up to 12 workers again. Just a little more power, which means you will become a higher priority. Cool. Just built the things. Justello, how's it going? 50 people. I did not expect to have 50 viewers tonight. So very much appreciate that. I'm also saying that because we are getting to the 90-minute mark here, a little past that, and we're in a pretty good state. I think this map is, it may be one of the bigger maps, and I don't know how much material we get on here. Obviously, there's a lot of water out here that we have to get to. There's a ton of, looks like coal right here. Lots of terraforming that has to happen. We need a lot of fuel production. There's this. What is that super yellow? Is that gold? That is gold. Okay, so there's a little bit of gold there, but nothing else. The map itself is cool. It could be a candidate for, and there's a little bit more oil here. It could be a cool candidate for a playthrough, but it also feels like nothing's going to be easy on here. Nothing at all. So I have to make sure that I don't overstretch when we do have a new season. And it may be this one. There may be another game that comes along that just has a different poll and different reasoning behind it, and that may take the cake in terms of what we're going to play. But this one has pretty good chance of doing what I needed to do and what I wanted to do. So we're just going to see how that works. There was a tow truck. Recover 20 unity. Cool. I didn't know that was a thing, but I like it. We need a lot more production here. I think if I do this again, the whole coal production nonsense over there will just move closer to all of this, because it should have an easier time producing everything. Why is you going to the wrong place? You go into this fuel storage, but we have fuel being stored out here. Why wouldn't you just go there? Fuel stations being researched, cool. But I would like more of that. Please and thank you. Power is good. Beacon is good. We now have 25 workers sitting here. We can turn that one off again. We have 50 open spots. That's great. Let's load the crew again. Is this one done yet? That is done yet. Replace ship bridge, all of this. I would like fuel. Okay, so we just have to tell it to keep full, and then I would expect it to everyone, yeah, there are some fuel trucks over here that they they go over that little ramp, that they deliver the fuel pieces that we need for the ship to actually fill up. And once the ship is full, we should be able to go out. Come on, just 20 more tons. Don't make it complicated. We should be able to go out and actually explore a couple things. There we go. Now you're full. Now I can go to the map, which is under tab, of course, and we can pick which one we want to explore. And then the ship just goes. Bye-bye. Bye, buddy. Oh, there's no camera on it. Sadly, no wake, but the game is not even a 1.0 version, so maybe the wake is still coming. Maybe the wake is lying. Lying down below. 10 construction parts. We have 26 units sitting here. Fuel station would be nice to have done. Yeah, if I play this map again, I think there's a lot of things that I would do a little different. But that is what I had to say. I guess this is a YouTube video, so let's do a couple things really quick. I don't know what the next series is going to be. Something has to replace Transport Fever in the next 1 to 2 months. I don't know exactly what it is. Also, there's going to be at least one review for Workers and Resources of a Republic for the next month, maybe a little longer than that. So, that's interesting. Oh, that was clouds. Cool. So stuff is going to happen there. Hopefully that will be more reestablished again as a thing that will just happen more often, and we'll see. And maybe I can get back up to 4 videos a week. Probably not, though. Probably not. So I need a replacement for Transport Fever 2. It could be Captain of Industry. It could be Mashinki. It could be a brand new game. It could be the package warehouse simulator, if that ever comes out in a full version that I can actually play through the automation. It could be a game from left field. I don't know what it's going to be, but Captain of Industry is in the running of that. I do know that Captain of Industry has a high chance of failure if you do things wrong. Like right now, I think I'm okay, and with the loans and the trading that's happening, I think there's a higher chance of recovery than there was before. But I know me, I'm probably going to overexpand really fast, and then nothing's going to happen because the city can only really exist on this part of the island, so I have to move all these pieces somewhere else and build new bases, which sounds really fun, but there's not a lot of room. You have to make the room. You probably have to turn this into a highway and shorten the path a little bit too. Yeah, all those things. I think our ship is there. Cool. We need 120 construction units. Let's explore over here, I guess. Yeah, so I don't know what that's going to be. Other things of note. If you're new to the channel and don't know much about it, why don't you subscribe it if you like this kind of stuff? There is construction. There is a lot of city building going on. There's some industry building going on. Workers and Resources is the main game, and the series is currently pre-recorded through May. If you want to, you can be a Patreon or YouTube member for, I think, as low as $1, whatever that translates to in your currency, and you could just watch ahead and see all the things that are going on. Something interesting is gonna happen here very, very soon, and it's not gonna be simple, but it's definitely fun. So that is out there too. What else? Yeah, just no shamelessly plugging my memberships, but that's really all there is. Cool. That's what I wanted. Practicing this just showed me again, this game can be played for a very long time. I don't think it's the best game to show you every single step. I think it's a great game for playing 30 minutes on screen and then doing an hour without screen and then coming back for 30 minutes on screen. And then at some point you will have to go in and revise absolutely everything that you had going on before. And cool, all the good stuff. That ship is back. It found something over here. Fully explored spot. Let's explore this one. Sure. I want to find the other. There should be another village somewhere here if you have enough fuel. So let's see how that goes. Copper electrolysis. Yeah. That's the next progress, but we need a lot more wood. There's more wood on the island, but we also have to go up onto this, and either we have to dig into the mountain or we have to build a ramp. I think digging into the mountain could be easier or harder. I don't know. Well, it's tough. Anyways, that's all I really had to say. Thank you so much for watching. Much appreciated. Let me know if you watched this after the live event, if you would prefer this game as the next series, or if you have other feelings about the next game. Again, I don't know yet. It's pretty wide open, and probably also depends on how I'm feeling. But this is a good candidate. It's a great game. If you haven't played it, give it a try. There's a lot of content that you can play, and a lot of replayability, and now a lot of different settings and a lot of different configurations of what you can do. And all of them are super fun. So good luck. Have fun. I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.